All right, what's going on, everybody? Oh shoot, I just started.
Started?
Yeah, just give me a second so I can just kind of give the basis of what's happening.
Yes, sir, boss.
All right, so I think I can't remember which stream this was. A couple streams ago, Vince and Dustin got into an argument about Yuri, Jahad, and Baam, right? And I feel like ever since the Hidden Four, people have been giving Baam a little bit too much of a wank, right? I think he's way more powerful than he really is. And the whole point of this stream right now is that he believes that if Baam and Yuri had a one-on-one fight right now, that Baam would win. And I'm just like, there's no way. But I feel like I should never let that happen on the stream because I thought it was funny. And basically, we're just gonna debate on if Baam and Yuri fought one-on-one, who would be the victor? To keep it like simple, that's really all it is. It's not anything that difficult. But I'm not entirely sure how we're gonna do this. But I guess we'll just start with like kind of like an opening statement, like anything you want to say to start off with before we go.
I want you to go through all your points that you put on Twitter, and I'm about to break them down.
All right. Well, so we'll start with this. All right. So in the tower, right? So there's a residential area where there's people who don't fight and usually hate on against people who think they can climb the tower, and then he lets them climb. You have regulars that rank from the E class up to A. You go ranker, high ranker, and then as a high ranker and a ranker, you can be like a test admin or something like that. So there's kind of like levels to this stuff, right? So Baam is currently a regular who's climbing the tower. If I remember correctly, he's still in the D class. We might be C, I don't remember, right? Now, high rankers are 1% of rankers. These are people who've climbed 134 floors of the tower and to the Jahad Empire and got ranked by the administration. So these are people who went through centuries of combat experience, cerebral experience, Shinsoo training, all that kind of stuff. And the thing about all high rankers, if you're a high ranker, you're probably top 1,000 in the tower easily, and it's not debatable, like because you're 1% of the rankers. And most high rankers you see, if they're numbered, they're about 1,000 to whatever. Yuri is top 500 in the tower, right? That being said, the ranking is not purely based off strength. That's a fact. That's true because Evan, her silver dwarf, is top 100, but he's not known for his combat strength. He's known for being basically one of the best silver dwarfs of his kind, and he has really good arsenal of weaponry. Frog Fisher, Atom Glove, all that stuff. He's a monster in his own way. Yuri is definitely in the top 500 because she's a fucking monster. She is incredibly powerful. I'm gonna stop right there for now. If you anything you want to say.
Well, I think that people get too caught up. Like Baam, to me, if people should know, because it depends on how he's going to write the story, right? We don't know because he does a lot of time skips to author, right? So from your perspective, part 3 could be 20 years from now, 100 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way the agent works in Tower of God. We don't know how much, when he plans, how he sees Baam achieving what he's going to achieve. You know what I'm saying? We have no idea. Because we got like a 5-year time skip in between, like the first part.
About 6 years, something like that.
So we don't know how, he does time skips like easily. But also, to me, Baam is the exception to every time there's like all these rules set in the verse, the main character is usually the exception to all of those rules set in the verse. And we've seen Baam consistently grow every time, every arc at a crazy rate. The dude gets power-ups like mushrooms, like Mario gets mushrooms. So to me, what I'm saying is that if the story was set up for him to fight Yuri Jahad right now, he would win. Even if he came into the fight not able to, like not stronger, by the end of the fight, he would learn something. It's so many mysteries surrounding Baam, and he's set up to be like this, the chosen one. Like the fact that he scratched Uric Manzino when he wasn't even the Baam that he is now that's getting all the hype. The fact that he made Uric Manzino, who we all know is a monster, like, hold up, who is this kid? He's able to scratch me when he's not when Baam was nowhere near as crazy power he is now.
Let me address that.
To say that he cannot be, I'm gonna let you respond.
Oh, I think my thing is tripped for a second. But okay, so I think one of the things about my thing sounds weird. Do I sound weird?
I can't hear you.
What the fuck? Can you hear me now? One sec.
Oh, I'm surprised he cut me off in that the whole time.
You hear me now? What the fuck?
Hemmings is muted. I don't even know. Let me look at the chat. Can the chat hear me?
I should be tripping. How about now?
Can y'all hear me or Hemmings? Oh, let me unmute it for a second. Oh, no, the whole sound is gone, period, from the stream.
What the fuck?
I just unclicked it. Oh, wait, hold on. I can't hear nothing. They say, okay, they say.
Wait.
I can't hear it, though.
But can you hear me?
I don't know what's going on. Oh, yeah, hold on. That's just my. Okay, yeah. Oh, that was my fault. Can you talk to you?
Yo.
My freaking head. I gotta buy some new headphones, bro. If I move them a certain way, I can't hear the sound.
Okay. I don't know if do I sound like better? Cause
No.
people say I sound low.
Nah, you sound good to me. I don't know how they sound to you on the stream though.
Okay, so if you guys can't hear me, let me know. But
I mean, but you're quiet you got a quiet voice by nature, like you're not like a loud.
Yeah, but all right. So I feel like one of the things that some people get messed up with the whole like Bam's feats is the whole point of his portrayal during all those moments is to show how powerful he will be in the long run. It's an indication of his latent potential and his talent, how strong he will be when it's all said and done. I don't think that Bam at this point in time is like he's like a very, very powerful regular. Obviously, he's an irregular, but the point is like he's not quite there yet.
Wait, what happened? The fuck?
Yuri's established, and what happened?
No, you good. It just the sound cut out for a second. Go ahead.
But you so think about people. A lot of people like Bam's an irregular, and they kind of use that to like But we already have presidents for people who are from direct descendants. Because remember, Yuri is from the Ha family, right? And the Ha family are known for their physicality and Shinsoo's body strengthening abilities. She's boasted absolutely easily the highest physical like feats other than probably Jin Sung recently with Machete, because she just tanked attacks from a top 100 person. But he's also from the Ha family. All of her physical abilities are crazy. She said she could lift the like testing examination room against Karaka. Karaka's like, why are my attacks not hurting this girl? What the fuck's going on? And Karaka is a slayer and a ranker. He's fucking powerful. People like to try to downplay Karaka because he lost to Urek. Urek is literally a monster. It's different, right? But Karaka is still fucking powerful. The fact that he couldn't even hurt her, he's like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like, and he got blasted by cranes. Obviously, Karaka had the infinite lives and stuff, which is how he was able to like stay alive and shit. But at the end of the day, he couldn't even hurt her. At the point, what technique does Bam have that can even damage Yuri?
Okay, I'm not even going to answer that question because I want to respond to the direct descendant. I've been waiting for you to use a direct descendant. You're saying she's a direct. Who is Bam a direct descendant of?
Okay, but here's the thing. Bam is a direct descendant of two irregulars, right? Yuri, in a sense, is very similar. Yuri is a direct descendant of Ha Yuri, and it's stated that she looks like him. They wouldn't just throw that out there haphazardly just because there wasn't a reason for it. Two, like I said, there's precedents for Jahad princesses who become more powerful than the family head when they get infused with the power of Jahad's blood. We have Endorsi, who's ranked 7, higher than most family heads, and N, who's currently sealed, the daughter of Eurasia and Gustang, who's also ranked at 7. So if you have the blood of Jahad plus you're a direct descendant of one of the 10 great family heads, you have great potential. And Yuri is like the pride and joy of the Ha family. The reason why they put a lot of faith in her, which is why she was nicknamed like the black, like I think it was a black snake or something like that after her grandma or some shit, because of how powerful she is. We already have presidents for two princesses who are more quote unquote more ranked higher than like their family heads. I think only Erhan and Kunadan would be higher than those two. Like five. I think 5 and things in Yurek, Jahad, Enryu, Phantom Indian, the God. Go ahead.
But see, Bam and Yuri, this is what people also trying to forget, are not cut from the same cloth. Bam is cut from the Uric Manzino, Inaru, Phantominium cloth. That's the cloth he's cut from. Yuri's not cut from that cloth.
He's not there yet.
No, but what I'm saying is, if he had to fight her, Bam has shown multiple times to get into a situation where he was obviously not stronger than the person that he was going up against.
But he wasn't outclassed to this degree.
We haven't seen Yuri. We haven't seen enough of Yuri to even say that. What you're telling me is based off of her position, that she's a ranker, or you could be
Pedro's a high
Come
ranker.
on, bro.
No, don't do that. Pedro,
come on, bro.
He's a ranker, and she was like, "Oh, you're strong enough to be in Jahad's royal army." And he had an observer, that the ancient purple dementor, that could even poison her or nothing. And she clapped both of them with ease, and that's one of Karaka's confidants. Karaka pulled up because Yuri killed Pedro. Like, Pedro's not weak. Don't do that. Bam would have died if he had to fight.
No, bro.
Because you guys, the thing, you guys try to diss rankers. Like, rankers are trash. Rankers aren't trash. Like, rankers are super powerful. They've climbed the tower. You can't get carried after a certain point. No one's getting carried to that point in time. Like, if like, the reason why most of these tests are like kind of games instead of like, yo, just fight me 1-on-1, is because rankers are so powerful and they're nerfed. Remember, they can't just walk around on the lower floors just like, haha, flex my power. They can't do that. That's why like shit like Mew Love and stuff, like, it's a game. All right, if you can catch the connector after 3 strikes, all right, you can do whatever you want to do, Viola. But it's not like, all right, just fight me. And I'm gonna give you this because, like, even if you have this, it's not gonna, like, it doesn't like affect the argument. For the sake of argument, let's say that Dada Jahad got straight up beat by Bam. I'm not even gonna, like, I can get the semantics about what really happened. Let's just say he won straight up, right? He was still, the point of that fight was to show how much of a monster Jahad was while he was climbing the tower, and that Bam mirrors that same level of monstrosity. He didn't do anything there that Yuri can't do. Shinsoo quality tension, he just learned that. Like, it's not like she'll see that, but oh, impressive for you to do that at this point, but like, she's not worried about that. You see her Rose attack and shit, like, she's not worried about that. Her strategic qualities thing. And then Dorsey mastered it faster than he did. We're not gonna downplay Jahad princesses. They're damn powerful.
And Dorsey is one of the weaker Jahad princesses, first of all.
And still she did it.
And Dorsey can't hold a candle to Bam. So we're not even gonna bring Dorsey into the conversation because she can't hold a candle to Bam. Wait, hold on. Wait, the fuck? Talk.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And Dorsey, we're not even gonna bring in Dorsey because Dorsey can't hold the candle to Bam. And what she mastered is nowhere near what Bam mastered. Bam not only mastered the Shinsoo technique or whatever you want to call it, he took it to another level. Like, what are we talking about? He took it to another level.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, what he learned there was like Shinsoo quality and Shinsoo tension, and that's not something Yuri can do.
And then we don't even know if Yuri can beat. We don't even know. You're assuming we don't even know if Yuri could even hang with Data Jahad.
Yes, he could. She would watch.
You're assuming that.
No, because I've already seen her beat people more powerful than him.
No, but we don't know that he's more powerful because you're assuming, you're just going off of Jahad wasn't irregular when he came into the tower.
Yeah, and he was, and this is him when he's a ranker climbing.
All of those rules did those rules apply when he came into the tower? Were there rankers and high rankers when he came into the tower?
I don't know. I can't remember if he's the one that brought that kind of structure to the tower.
I think he's the one that brought the structure to the tower. So that doesn't even apply.
But the strength is strength.
No, it doesn't, because he made that. That was after he came. Jahad has already been seen to always been as a whole nother level. So you can't assume that a ranker is on the same level as Jahad when he's quote unquote considered to be a ranker.
But my point, but the thing is, Yuri's not a ranker. Yuri's a
high ranker. A high ranker.
But you have to understand this. You fundamentally break the story of Tower of God if you're gonna wank Bam to high ranker level. What's the point of all these tests? He's basically just passed the 40th.
Do you really think that
floor.
we're gonna go to each and every floor?
But that's not the point. Right now, it's like, oh, I can fight higher rankers now. Then what's left? What's left? They're just like the 3 top, like Phantom Medium Access level. Like Bam.
Who do you expect Bam to fight?
Other people, other regulars. You think there's other regulars that are weak? That aren't Jahad princesses and stuff like that. There's other regulars.
Bro, Bam has been left these niggas in the dust. Ben. What do you mean? You
don't know that. He's not beating rankers right now.
Who?
Bam's not stronger than rankers. He's not beating them. Like there are instances.
He just beat Data Jahad.
But he was when he was a regular climbing the tower. He wasn't a ranker at the time. He was a regular.
Bro, what does it regular mean? What's the regular mean?
Regular are the people who are taking the test climbing the tower. E rank, D, CBA. Irregular is what those guys outside the tower are. They're always irregulars. That doesn't go away. Like
no. But what does irregular mean? Why? What is the purpose of? Why do they get shook every time an irregular enters the tower?
Because the rules don't apply to them. That doesn't mean that Bam's gonna beat Yuri. Yuri's gonna nuclear punch Bam into the steel.
No. You are crazy.
You can't name a single thing that Bam did that's gonna be like Yuri's gonna be like, oh my god, I can't handle this. Oh no.
Bro, just because we can do the same thing, Bam doesn't mean Bam has a higher affinity for everything. Anything that Yuri can do, Bam has a higher affinity for it.
So in a fight right now, he would basically grow to high ranker level.
Yes, we see him do it. We see him constantly grow.
And that'll break the story. That makes any sense.
No, it wouldn't, because you don't know how the story is going to be structured. You're assuming that the story is going to be structured where he's going to have to fight these rankers. Bro, with him bringing Jahad in now, and then the Royal Army, and now this war is about to start, you don't know where the story is about to shift to. You have no idea.
So basically, that's not what you're insinuating, right? That he's basically top in the verse.
No. I'm not saying Bam is top in the verse. I'm saying if from what we've just seen, from what we've just witnessed, if Bam was to fight Yuri now, because to me, the way the author has always showcased Yuri, like she's always shown her strong, but he's kind of like played her too. You know what I'm saying? Like we haven't seen, besides that, we haven't seen a lot from Yuri. You know what I'm saying? And every time, even from the first time we've seen Yuri, it's always been showing you. Oh wait, hold on. I can't hear you.
She also
talk again?
Yeah. Yo.
What the fuck? Yo. Bro, this is making me mad. I gotta get some headphones, bro. Talk.
I'm here. I'm chilling.
Huh?
I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm
I can hear you now. I can hear you.
What you're saying.
But go ahead.
But yeah, like I feel like the mistake that a lot of people make with this is just the same mistake that they made with like that Sabo chapter a couple like weeks ago or months ago it was. We're just like potential and latent talent do not equal to I'll beat you right now, right here. He's not gonna grow from what he is now to being half family level Yuri. Who's nuclear punching people out like the stratosphere? Do you see how far she punched Karaka?
But like you are
the panel out. Like Bam has done nothing on that level.
Bro, are you
nothing on that? Nothing.
Are you serious?
None of his destructive capabilities have been.
God. Bro, Bam stuff goes like it's not even destructive capability is not just how wide range your DC is, like how much stuff you can destroy. It also is like at the impact.
It applies to Yuri just because of how sturdy her body is. He has to have something super powerful. Even
you don't think Bam has that?
Nope.
Come on, bro.
So
you're telling me
World of Darkness? He's like, what is this? Like,
okay. Let's
Pedro couldn't even poison her with the purple dementor.
Let's forget right now. Let's forget that Yuri and let's forget about Yuri and like Bam beating Yuri. You're telling me that Bam can't land a clean, solid hit that hurts Yuri?
When has she been hurt? Have you guys seen Yuri been hurt? Like,
no, we're not talking about have we seen her. We're talking about you knowing Bam and who he is in the story. You're telling me he cannot get a single punch when he scratched Yurick Manzino on their first meeting?
Hit her, but will it hurt? Is the question.
He scratched Yuri Manzino on their first meeting.
But I don't think Yuri's body is as sturdy as Yuri's. He's way stronger than her, but in terms of just like pure physicality, like Yuri's from the Ha family. That's what
they're hyping, bro. You are gassing. You are gassing, bro.
At the end of the day, sure, fine. But what is he gonna? He can't. Nothing he has now is like Yuri's gonna be like, oh my god, I can't handle it. At the end of the day, like if I really want to like be, she wants to be an asshole, she can pull out Kranos and he's fucking dead. That's that initial weapon. If she pulls out, I'm not even gonna bring up the 13-month series.
Wait. What? The who?
Weapon Kranos. I didn't say the 13-month series. I said Kranos.
Oh, okay.
All right, because I know you like ornament, but like if she pulls out Kranos, he's dead. He's nothing.
No, he's not.
He's gone.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
It would have blown Karaka back, and Karaka's like, nah, me sacrifice a hand to like.
No, he's not.
I gotta do to survive the stack. And Karaka waited to hit it too. And Karaka's like, why are you pulling out this extremely powerful weapon right here? You're gonna use that once a day or once on the floor or some shit like that. But she still has a great arsenal.
I feel like the moment is coming soon where I'm gonna have a I told you so. And I can't wait for that. I can't wait for you. I don't think it's gonna be because they're gonna fight. I think it's gonna be like Yuri's gonna say something like, oh my god, he's high ranker strength, or it's this like Bam is gonna have a fight. And she's gonna be sidelined watching it, can't do anything, and Bam is gonna be the one doing things. And with this war starting, okay, Hemmings. Who are coming after the regulars on the train?
There's Jahad's like people they sponsored or whatever. There's what's his name? What is his name? The guy who was playing music. I can't remember his name right now. But a lot of strong people, high rankers and stuff, and people from Jahad's family. Maybe Adori. I don't know.
So what are they going to do? They're going to just run and hide and barely escape with their lives and teleport somewhere?
Wants White to gain his powers back because remember he was stopped by Jahad Princess and sealed away in the train. He was a high ranker.
But who is the main? Is White the main character?
But he would be the strongest person there, other than probably Yuri.
No, but he's gonna be a great asset. But he's not gonna be he's not gonna be the only he's not gonna be able to kill. Well, I don't know. We haven't seen White with his final. They've been hyping up White getting his final soul for so long. So I'm expecting it to be, but we don't know who's gonna show up. Who's the power scale in the Tower of God is like near never ending apparently. The way they got the thing set up, so we don't know who's gonna show up. Without Bam is going to fight a ranker, if not a high ranker soon.
He's not being a high ranker. I could live with Bam as like in the near future, eventually beating a ranker, because there are situations. Adori's done it while she was a ranker, and I believe there's other people who've done it. It's not impossible. It's just like people like try to downplay them, mostly because of the Mule Love stuff, and even like the earlier stuff with Laurel or Quaint. I think Quaint was doing that test with them. We had to like get to the doors, and they try to they're nerfed. They can't even use their full power. And the point about all this too is like the reason why Jahad made that thing a game with Bam, because like I don't expect you to be able to beat me one-on-one, make it a game. If you can at least destroy the floor, whatever, before I do or beat or kill you, at least you win. They make these, like I said, they make these games or test games so that the regulars have a better chance because they're outclassed to such a high degree. We don't even know what could be on these next couple of sets of floors that were like, because remember also at every floor Shinsoo density gets like higher and higher, like everyone has to grow with each floor. So rankers are high, especially high ranker. Remember 1% of rankers are high rankers. They're known as God amongst gods. They're allowed to go to the 135th floor, but they don't do it because that guardian is known to be hostile, so they don't want to go there. I don't know if he's scary or mad strong, but no one's gone higher than that. But they have the power and permission to do it if they want to. High rankers are like the gods of the verse. So if they all pull up right now and Bam beats a higher ranker, I think that's trash because it doesn't make any sense. How do you get that? How do you make any sense for me to be that powerful right now? This moment?
No, that's that you're saying it. I hate when people say that because you don't know what is going to happen to make that possibility make sense.
No. You
don't know what's it. You don't know what it. Bam has a lot of mysteries surrounding him. First of all, he's a 25th Bam. So we don't know what that means. We don't know if he's been reincarnated 24 times or what that's supposed to mean. Jahad says, I did not kill you before. We don't know what that means. So you don't know what thing, if you already admitting that he has the latent potential, then you don't know what key it would take for him to unlock this potential. And then even if he beats a high ranker, we know that even a high ranker is not the limit. To me, the limit to Bam's strength is somewhere at Phantominium and beyond. So even if he beats a high ranker, he still has a long way to go as far as getting powerful.
But then again, that is then the tests are all gone because like I know some tests are like pretty cerebral. That's why I never want to say he will just watch them because some of them are cerebral. Like the test of doors were just like it had nothing to do with strength. It's just pick a door in 5 minutes or you fucking fail. Right? So some tests are like that, probably more like that. But at the end of the day, these guys are being heralded as the strongest in the verse. We kind of seen a showcase between them and stuff, and I'm like looking at them like Bam's not doing any of this right now. He can't do it. He's not strong enough.
But that's why an irregular is going to change the tower, because you can't change the tower by abiding by the rules of the tower. When you have somebody in here, huh?
He needs way more time. Sorry.
No, he doesn't. You're saying that. That's not true.
No, he needs more time.
No,
he has more thorns to collect and other things like that too. He has more. You think he's learned everything about Shinsoo on this floor right now?
You think Yuri's learned everything about Shinsoo?
Yes.
No,
I think Yuri has more to grow because she's only top 500. I think she's gonna get stronger. But you think there could be some Shinsoo secrets she can't do because she's probably not like Gustang or read Shinsoo up kind of crazy shit like that. But it's like Yuri is an established like powerhouse who's gone through all the floors, all the tests, and high ranker, Jahad Princess. Like everyone she's fought that's been relatively strong from Lobo Bio Ren back in the first part when Anak and Dorsey got washed, to Pedro and his like the mentor to Karaka and stuff. Like nobody was really messing with her. And the only reason why Hell Joe was like flexing kind of on everybody was because they couldn't use Shinsoo except Bam, but that's because of the thorn. They couldn't use Shinsoo, but even then, like he got that thorn. Now he has that attitude. Oh, he has the second thorn too, and he hasn't even mastered that yet. So it's like I feel like when he gets more of interview thorns and stuff, that's when you're going to start seeing more of his potential come out. But at this point in time, with everything he's done, everything he's learned, how far he's gotten, how naive he is, he's not beating Yuri. He's not even close to her level.
His nativity has nothing to do with him being powerful.
Yeah, but he needs some rawness. Like he doesn't have that level of rawness in him. But whatever, that's fine. You're right in that sense. But my point is that like right now, in terms of like, I feel like there's not one thing he does that he outclasses Yuri in. Not experience, not Shinsoo control, not physicality, not combat ability, nothing.
We haven't seen enough.
Maybe intelligence because Yuri's an ape, but that's really about it. Like
we have seen way more from Bam than we've seen from Yuri.
But what we've seen from Yuri's all been fantastic displays of her washing.
All we've seen from Bam has been fantastic displays.
No, like he's growing.
What are you talking about?
And his potential is great.
Bro,
like we're not gonna wank him to the highest degree right now.
Bro, Bam is one of the most overpowered main characters in any manga or whatever story I've read. The way this dude gets powered up, it's crazy. Bam has had at least 20 power-ups in Tower of God.
Oh, was that it? I know you were done. But it's not gonna wank him to high ranker level. He's no business fighting.
You don't know, bro. First of all, he's an irregular. Second of all, just because you don't have the title or something doesn't mean that you're not as strong as that person.
He's not 1% of rankers. He hasn't even gotten.
No, just because nobody has came down and said, "Hey, you're 1% of rankers," does not mean. And then with this whole war about to start, like everything is about to change. Everything is about to change. Everything.
Bam's not beating you. And
man, I wish it would stop doing this.
And like I said earlier, even though he's an irregular, I feel like in this case, it doesn't really like that. Doesn't like make he's just gonna watch everybody because he's an irregular, because like I said, we already have numerous precedents for direct descendants with Jahad's blood who surpassed those guys. They're irregulars. Remember, the people who went on a great pilgrimage with Jahad, they're all irregulars. V, Arlene, Urin, Hendo, Gustang, Jahad, whatever. Those guys are all irregulars, right? So the fact that a princess who was born from them with Jahad's blood has already surpassed them, we already have precedent for this. So it's like just him being a regular is nothing to be like, oh,
Yuri hasn't. They haven't. So you're telling me, Kun's sister is stronger than her father?
Not yet.
No. So what are you talking about?
But it could happen.
No,
he has the potential to do that. But you're talking about potential too. His potential is in the
okay.
I already have the proof that Dory and N are already stronger than them. And
you're
N is born from two. And and whatever, she's born from 2 family heads plus
You're
Jahad's
putting
son.
you're putting the toe tag on yourself.
I'm
You're
not.
putting the toe tag on yourself. You go try to you
Remember,
go
Yuri was like at the beginning, she was like 1,000 to 500, and when she got the green April and stuff, then she became
Bro,
500.
Bam is the direct descendant. He is directly born from he's not like down the line born. He's directly from them. It's like if Jahad had a son. He's like right there. He's like, yeah, maybe. But I don't know what the issue, I don't know what the deal with Wagner is, but Bam is right there, bro. It's something he is special. He is the one that's the dude that's the dude at the very first floor, the floor test, already knows what Bam is gonna do.
Yeah.
He already knows that this dude is going to be the one to change the tower. So that means he's going to do things that nobody else could do or ever had done. Bam is always getting marveled at by other rankers or high rankers because the things that he's doing that should be like crazy difficult for him to do, he does it easy, and he starts comprehending things after doing it or seeing it 1 or 2 times, and is able to replicate it.
But not to their degree and their power and their level.
What? Not only does he do it to their not only does he do it to their degree, he brings it to a new level.
No, he doesn't.
Or he makes it his own. We just seen him do it.
We've seen him use like the palm strike that Jinsung used. You think Bam's attack half family copy of Jinsung is better than Jinsung himself?
We just seen him do it. What Edon taught him, we just seen him. Edon was surprised at what he was able to do with what he just taught him. Edon said he wasn't even expecting. This is what his words was. I'm not expecting him to beat Data Jahad. Not at all. This is just a ruse. This is about time. And Bam did it. He did it.
But the things that Data Jahad was doing are not as impressive as what Yuri was doing.
Are you serious? This dude had freaking planets, bro. Are you serious?
It's an attack. It's not. He didn't literally make a planet. It's more like symbolic. Ooh, Cosmos cool. It's not like he didn't like. Oh my God, he pulled the moon from out of over. He didn't do that. Like,
bro, are you know how hype that was? This dude had freaking planets. Huh?
Cut in a little bit. A little bit. I don't know if you like moved your headphones. You cut it out. You speak.
Yo, bro, the dude had freaking planets, bro. That attack. That was one of the cleanest, rawest attacks we've seen in Tower of God. Was that attack?
I would argue Yuri's physical abilities exceed.
Bro, you are gassing Yuri, bro. Why are y'all She's in the top 500. She's trash.
No, she's not.
She's trash. She's in the top 500. She's trash. It's gods out there. She's not even a man.
Wow.
There are gods among men out there. She's not even among the men, my G. What are you talking about? Didn't you say her little sidekick is higher than her or some shit?
Yeah, but yeah, Eden is top 100 right now. He's like a silver dwarf of like a high degree, and he has like really good weaponry. Frog Fisher, and you saw when he get the Kraken attack. He's leading his attacks and restoring the bridge while eliminating the sound. Like he's impressive, but the fighting goes to Yuri.
Yuri doesn't have the potential to be stronger than Yurick Manzino.
I agree with that, but
who does though?
My point is just like
who does though?
They pull up Bam, but if they pull up at each other right now and they have to really fight, like there's no gimmicks. It's not a game like, okay, if you tag me once, you win. Like no gimmicks. It's just like to the death. There's nothing he can do.
Yes, it is. You're crazy. You're crazy,
bro. Who have you seen physically more powerful than Yuri aside from Jinsung? Physically,
Yuri Manzino.
Forget. Okay, he's a monster. I'll give you that just because he's top 4. He's the strongest active member in the tower.
Anybody. What's that dude? That dude in the Hell Joe part.
What, Hell Joe?
No, not Hell Joe. The dude with the glasses. That was crazy powerful. Remember the dude that was
Mustang?
Oh, that's him. Him. That nigga. I'll be forgetting these names. I'll be forgetting their names because they all look like Bam in a way, and they got weird names. Can't pronounce them.
He's a family, but he didn't do anything. He just pulled up.
Nigga, he was controlling that whole shit.
You was just chilling, and he's like, you can't have these souls. Boom! I'm talking about physics.
You like down? He must be downplaying
physicality. This guy could probably beat her. I'm not even.
Probably.
Okay, he'll beat her, but like from what we know. But like, my point is physically, who's physically better? She's from the Ha family. Like, I don't even think she doesn't even really need Shinsoo to beat Baam. She just beat him to death.
Do y'all hear these trash points? He say,
I've been killing you.
No, you haven't. You haven't.
From the blog, from the ranks, from Princess Presidents.
You haven't.
You have nothing on your side but headcanon. He's going to be strong.
You haven't.
I agree with that. But right now, what is he going to do? So you think that the Thorn is going to do some crazy turn? Like, no, he's not. That's not going to happen. You have to fight Yuri. Yuri's going to put him down.
Bro, how can you say that's not going to happen?
You know how much Yuri could teach him?
Bro, Baam is learning from a Guardian. What are you talking about? And even the Guardian says I have nothing left to teach you. So
Yuri's already climbed the tower. Like my point is, like, the experience is already there. Like, she's been to the top. Well, not the top, but the top high as you can go. And no one agrees. No one in the chat agrees with you.
You're crazy. I'm looking at the chat. I just looked at the chat.
No one agrees. No one really agrees with you. Everyone's like, bro. They're like, what? People are already like, why are you entertaining something like this? Listen, man.
No, they're not. They're not saying that. What are you talking about? What is he talking about? Like, I can't read the chat. I can see what they're saying, and they're not saying that. See, what him is just did is what he's been doing this entire time. He's been gassing. He just gassed the chat, and he was gassing Yuri the whole time. Like, what are you talking about?
Baam isn't even touching a ranker from the first season they fought. The Ha family have the best strength and abilities. That's even feats. Baam, but at the end of the day, I feel like you're arguing just potential. You're not arguing actual literal potential.
And another reason I bodied you, because you was arguing, you were saying I was trash for arguing potential, and then you went in the same breath and argue potential.
So I'm fighting fire with fire.
This is trash.
At the end of the day, you have to remember, like, how many things do you think a person who's climbed up to the 134th floor had to have gone through to become a ranker?
You also got to think about what has Baam already been through that he doesn't remember, and his body's recalling through every life and death experience that he has.
What? Well, he's saying because Jahad killed him before.
Whatever. I'm saying what Baam has been through things that he can't remember. He doesn't know about himself. And the more stuff he's experiencing, the more and more he's knowing about himself. That's the thing. That's why I say it's like Meliodas. Meliodas was already powerful, but he just didn't. He had to get back to his strength. Baam is like getting back to his strength. That's really what it is. This is not his first rodeo. To us, it seems like it, but he's getting back to his strength. That's why he's able to everything. He's growing so quickly. That's why he grows so quickly, because it's the stuff he's already accomplished.
Okay, so let's run this scenario real quick, right? So Baam pulls up to Yuri and they're gonna fight, whatever. Okay. Baam pulls out his strongest Shinsoo tension attack, whatever, and blasts you with it, and it doesn't work. What can you do? Because I don't think that technique that we saw Baam use, anything he's used against Dada Jahad, is not as powerful as what Karaka was doing against Yuri, because he pulled up for revenge, specifically because he had, like, I can't believe if he called Pedro his friend, like, this is one of my comrades. Of course, I'd be kind of upset if you killed him, because I think Pedro did something to, like, warn that Karaka knew when he seen him that Yuri was going to kill there, and he's like, "Are you Yuri Jahad?" And then he pulled up and tried to fight Yuri Jahad and Evan at the same time. That was dumb. But the World of Darkness, the balls, right? Even you saying, "Yo, the world is supposed to be like this, supposed to be fucking her up," and she just bouncing off of them, and he's like, "All right, how about this?" It hits her, and he's like, "I didn't know damage." Like, what? And that's when, like, they tried to cross, and then now Yuri's like, "All right, now I gotta, like, kind of like flex," and she pulled out Kranos, and then that's when, like, he went back to the train with his infinite lives rebirth shit. But at the end of the day, we know he's a slayer, a ranker, and he was also trained by Jinsung. Like, he's no scrub. That man is damn powerful.
So is Karaka beating Baam?
Huh? Yes, easily. But you can't be serious. Karaka, a established slayer, is going to lose to Baam right now.
Bro, what was Baam when season 2 started?
A slayer candidate. He's not a slayer. He's a slayer candidate. They're training him to become one. They want him to slay what's his name, Jahad or whatever. He's not a slayer. we know who's been Slayer, like White, Howell Quinn in his complete form. He was a Slayer and higher ranker. And it took a Jahad princess to see.
So they weren't about to make Bam a Slayer.
Hmm?
They weren't about to make Bam a Slayer.
That was the point. He's not a Slayer. He's a Slayer.
They weren't about to make Bam a Slayer. They were training
him to become one, but you don't.
They did not want to give Bam the Slayer. They were not trying to make him. Didn't he have? Wasn't him supposed to go finding the thorns? Was part of him being a Slayer or some shit like that?
They're still trying to make him one. He's not one yet.
Why? But why isn't he one? Not because he can't be one. It's because he's not down with him.
No, it's because he's not strong enough to be a Slayer.
You're reaching, bro.
Only like someone that has to remind me how many seats there are for the Slayers. But
I thought it was 3.
No, I think it might be more. I think we know of 3 or 4, but I think there's like 7 or 5 seats for.
Karaka is winning for sure. Y'all niggas are smoking crack.
I don't know. I don't understand this.
These people are not cut from the same cloth as Bam. Are you serious?
But you're going back to that cut from the same cloth. I'm telling you right now, if Karaka wanted him dead, he'd be dead. That's why Jinsung was like, no, don't looking stupid.
I can't wait. I can't wait for this arc. This might be the best Tower of God arc. Period.
It's 11 seats. So 11 seats, yeah.
This might be the best. This might be the best. This might be the best Tower of God arc yet.
I feel that's gonna happen with the 3 orders. It's gonna be crazy.
And I can't wait to see.
I think he's gonna use this opportunity to show you how much more he has to learn. And at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be the people who are gonna downplay like the regulars who are in the A class right now, who are higher in Tower. I'm not downplaying them. And I know
you're downplaying Bam.
But I'm only the only reason why right now I'm not wanking Bam because it's like I'm tired of it, because it's just this thing where it's like, yeah, he's gonna be the best, he's gonna be strongest. No one disagrees with that, but we're talking about in the moment right now. What is he gonna do? He wasn't super outclassed by Dada Jahad to the point where it was like nothing you can do, because Dada Jahad at that point is just a regular, just like he is climbing the tower.
Bro, he's an irregular. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. He's an irregular.
No, but
all that stuff didn't apply when Dada Jahad came into
regular and an irregular. You understand? Regulars are just people.
Bro, no. He's telling a lie. Jahad is a regular because he made himself a regular under the rules of the tower. But technically, he wasn't. He's a irregular because he was not born inside of the tower. Regulars are people that are born inside of the tower, which Jahad is not.
No, regulars are people who are climbing the tower.
Regulars are people that are born inside of the tower, that are from the tower. Irregulars are people who are from outside of the tower. That's the difference.
You're like I feel like you're not getting right. Like when you are climbing the tower, they refer to you as AE, DB, whatever, regular. His title as a regular never goes away. It's just like when you're climbing, that's what they call you. When you reach the top, you become a ranker or a higher ranker, depending on how strong or your influence, something like that. But when you're just climbing the tower, they refer to, that C class regular is really strong. Kaiser, the name hunter, is one of the strongest D class regulars. That's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you he's not a regular. He's a regular. But at the time, he was still climbing the tower. In that moment where Bam was fighting, that data of him is when he was on the hell train, going to whatever floor he was taking, how many tests he was taking, but he wasn't a ranker or high ranker at the time. He was still taking the tests. That's
a regular is a person that comes from outside of the tower.
Yeah.
The rules don't apply to them.
I know that. But okay, whatever. We'll say he was just climbing the tower when Bam taught. He was a tower climber. Is that better for you?
All that doesn't even get to what I'm talking about. You're trying to use that as a way to distract from what I'm saying.
No, because I'm telling you their level was essentially similar.
Jahad is one of the strongest people in the verse. You can't compare him to any old regular. Or any old ranker, or any old high ranker. He's a different beast. He's fundamentally a different beast. You have those people. You have, all right, you got LeBron, right? LeBron James. He played varsity basketball, right? In high school. You had other people that were his teammates. They played varsity basketball. You can't say, oh, those are two varsity players. You can't compare them to a college player when one of those varsity players are LeBron James. Come on, bro.
But my point is, Data Jihad, young Data Jihad, by the way, and Bam, when they met in the data world, this is when Data Jihad was still climbing the tower, and the Hell Train is only at a certain part. So my point is, they were not the discrepancy in power wasn't so lopsided where it was like the point was, yeah, that Jihad was a monster. Look at this guy. Like even Bam just freaked out looking at him, like, oh my god, and attacked him crazy. But there are still two irregulars who are climbing the tower on the Hell Train. That's the point. Their levels are similar. Yuri didn't do the Hell Train stuff, but she's been past all 134 floors and then became a high ranker. Like she's been done all this and she's done. If she pulled up the Data Jihad in the data floor, she would have killed him easily. Delete.
First of all, somebody says the Data Jihad is getting close or comparable to Jihad.
I know.
Nobody's saying that he is.
I'm just talking about the data version. I don't know how
No,
sleeping.
nobody is saying that he is. Is the story tells you that he's not. We know. I know that. We know that. Anybody knows that. That's not the point. I forgot my second point. The second point was something that you said that I was about to counter. I should have counted first.
I don't.
What I'm saying is that yes, what you're saying, he's a fraction of the real Jihad. Of course, I get that. But Jihad is a monster, period. Rachel's not irregular.
She is, technically.
How?
He came from outside the tower, and Haydon kind of he chooses the regulars. He really technically, if you're not chosen by him, she's like her and Bam are like this like kind of asterisk regular because Bam was like technically born in the tower, then sent outside, and he came back in. But she wasn't even chosen by the tower. She got in because Bam came in. She's from outside the tower as well.
No, that's not how it happened.
Yeah, remember?
She was she was already Rachel went in first, and Bam got upset and went in after her and opened the door.
Remember, the prologue, the epilogue for season 1 was Bam coming in. She came in, and she's like, no, you're not the guest I'm waiting for. Sent her back, right? And then Bam walked in. Remember, she was watching Bam take the ball test.
Yeah, but she already entered the tower, is what I'm saying.
But she got in because of him.
How? No,
they like sunk into the ground or some bullshit.
No, Bam. They took Rachel first. Rachel's body was disappearing.
She wasn't chosen. That's the thing. But she's in a regular though.
Whatever. We're getting off the sidetrack.
This is not important. It's thumbnail. Sorry. Making the thumbnail.
But yeah, we're not gonna agree. We're not.
You have like a closing statement.
Bam can beat Yuri.
That's your closing statement.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just gonna run through everything real quick and then. Direct descendant of High Urine. This is the girl. Someone correct me. It's the girl. My bad. It was
Bam is a direct descendant of V and Arlene.
Right. Yuri is already an established. End of the day, I'll just say this: high rankers are 1% of rankers. All people who climb to the top of the Jihad Empire. The tower have gone through numerous tests, training, Shinsoo density, all that stuff, tension, all the stuff. Bam learned on the data floor. Yuri's been known, can been do shit. Her Shinsoo control is crazy. Her physical feats are disgusting. I remember she's like, I could lift the whole testing area of like the second. Like she's just a monster. And every display we see of her, she's like crazy. The exception you could say is probably against Hell Joe.
Every display we see of Bam, he's a monster.
That's not true.
What are you talking about? Didn't Yuri Benzino call him a monster? Yuri Benzino called him a monster.
He is a monster, but at the end of the day, my point is right now in terms of just where they are, where they're established, what they've done. Because like it's like he just doesn't know and has learned enough to be able to even talk to Yuri. Where it's like, learn this first before you can even try to talk to me. You're not there yet. He's gonna get there, and when he gets there,
bro, Bam may somebody saying until Bam becomes a high ranker. Bam may never be officially labeled a high ranker ever in the story. Ever.
You have to also remember that Yuri's Shinsoo resistance
Oh my
is
god.
off the charts to the point where members of what's Yurik's group called? Wool Hike Sung. I know I probably butchered that name, right? There's only very few people on the tower who can walk through that to the point where it's like, yo, if someone else can do that, I'll quit. I'll leave like the group and give you whatever. Like they're like, I mean, so many things she's done is like, yo, people just should not be able to do what she's doing. Like,
People should not be able to do no.
but this is her when she's already fully trained, right? I never disagree with Bam's potential and latent talent. That's all there, and that's the point. It's not about I can do this right now. It's about should nothing bad happen to him when he gets to the point, no one's going to be able to stop him.
Yes, but when you have this latent potential, who's to say when it will spring forth? You can't tell when it will spring forth. Especially when it's Bam, who is the prophesied savior of the tower. Everything doesn't apply to him. All the normal ways of how people go about things, how long it takes for people to do things, does not necessarily apply to him. He's in a whole different cloth, cut from a whole different thing. He's one of those people that you're gonna be like, wait, how is he able to do this? It should be impossible. Nobody should be able to do that. Like Phantominium, like Inaru. He does like Inaru killing an administrator. He's gonna be doing things like that nobody else is able to do, and nobody else can do, and they can't explain how he's able to do it.
In chat, sorry.
I'm not switching my argument. I've been saying the same thing from the beginning. Him has got all his little buddies to come through the stream.
No, these are people just know they're just no paps not beating you one-on-one right now. Like I said, you would the story fundamentally breaks if Bam is already in this level, because there really isn't anybody left to really challenge him except the highest of irregulars amongst the great 10 families.
Bro, but look at where the story is heading. Who is going to be left to challenge him? Like, he's going to only fight stronger and stronger people.
You understand? There's tons of other Jahad princesses that are also climbing the tower.
Yeah, but he's not fit to fight Bam is not just himself. Bam is not going to be wasting time fighting all of these such and such people, because he's a higher person in that. He's destined for higher things. So he's going to be fighting the people that is going to directly be opposing his destiny. And those are going to be like the strongest of the strong people.
Okay, before we go anywhere, let's just talk right now, all right? No more potential. Let's talk right now, right? Right now. What accolades do they both have, right? Bam has 2 thorns, bunch of crap in him, a regular, strong descendant of V, Arlene, yada, yada, yada. Yuri has a similar thing, but the thing about Yuri is Yuri's already gone through pretty much the majority of things that Bam's going to go through, Yuri's already done it. And remember when you get, I know you're trying to downplay this, but remember, she was given the Black March, right? Because of her accomplishments as a princess stuff. And not just like
she can't use it. Why do you keep bringing it up?
It's a big deal to climb it and get one.
It doesn't matter if you can't use it. You can't give that as a feat when she can't use it.
Of how great she was.
No, you can't. You can't use it. For climbing the tower. Okay, she gets a medal. It's the same thing as a Purple Heart. It doesn't matter. She can't use it.
But not every princess that becomes a ranker gets one. That's the point.
It's a toy. She can't use it.
You know who can use it?
You know who can use it? You know who can use it?
You say Bam use
Bam can take her own weapon from her in the fight and use it against her.
She did actually successfully ignite both of them, even though they took over her body. But
bro. You see, this is what we're talking. This is why I can't do this, because Hemmings is leaving out the important stuff. He gonna say they let her ignite him so they could take over her. That was the point.
I'm not gonna really use that one. My point is that she still technically ignited them, and you have to talk. They have to let you do it. Like Bam, they let Bam because they're. But you know what? At the end of the day, she has Kranos. Kranos is really the only one I care about.
Oh my god.
Kranos is the only one I care about.
Right, all right, are you gonna wrap it up? Cause we almost at an hour now. I gotta stream it another hour.
Okay, all right. You got no more closing statements?
I do. I did enjoy this conversation. I did enjoy it. I like talking with you on streams and shit. But yeah. I know you're gonna try to say he took the W when he didn't, but it's cool.
I definitely did.
No, you didn't.
Chat knows.
All your fanboys, bro. Hemmings got the most. Like, I don't get it. Like, you would think Hemmings has like 100K subs the way his fans ride for him, bro. Like they really gassed this man up. Like I see him as tweet something and they be like gassing this. I be like, nah, I need friends like that, bro. Like, where are my friends like that?
All right, I mean, you guys can decide whatever. I'm gonna start doing this more often when I see blasphemy like this. But my closing statement is I'm gonna disregard everything about potential and all that stuff. Right now, by the end of the day, Baam cannot defeat a high ranker of Yuri's caliber. I'm not even gonna say high, of Yuri's caliber because she's 1%. She's 1% of rankers. She's
as conjecture.
What do you mean it's conjecture?
It's not a fact.
That she's what?
It's not a fact that he can't beat her.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not.
Thinking the story really agrees with you for right now. Right now. Potentially, sure, whatever. Great. But anyways, everyone, thank you for tuning in. You done? Sorry.
Huh? What'd you say?
Everyone's like, everyone knows. But anyways, guys, thank you for coming. I was gonna do this more often. I don't think I'm gonna make a playlist. I'm just gonna call it Debate Me. That's what I'm gonna call it. And I'm gonna start handing out these L's. All right, guys.
He didn't hand out AL at all.